This is the Slate Podcast, episode 28, take 1, and Slate.
Welcome to the Slate Podcast, where we talk about movies, music, and media, or the other way around. I'm Jeff, and I'm here with the boys over there. They're over there.
Hey, Georgia.
Hey, we out here.
Jeff is in Florida. Guys, we're here to talk about Mr. Wick. Jonathan Wick. Mm-hmm. Chapter 4. The most anticipated movie of the year.
No,
I would say.
the most anticipated action movie of the year.
Hey,
Maybe the best action movie of the year.
Best action movie?
That's
okay,
a,
you're
that's
already...
a bold claim.
Probably of all time.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I'm Dario. This is George.
It's me.
That's Jeff. Thank you. If you, at the end of this video, if you like what you see, make sure to subscribe, right? And comment below. What's your favorite part of John Wick? What's your favorite movie?
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes. Anyways. Let's talk about the movie. I don't know. George, you're the biggest John Wick fan. You've been a fan for quite a while. Why don't you tell us?
I wouldn't say I'm the biggest. I just like the movies. It's pretty good, though.
I mean, out of the three of us.
You're a big fan, George. You're the biggest fan.
I am a big fan. I'm a huge fan.
You're a big fan.
Look at the size of me.
Yeah, fan.
I'm a huge guy. Fan. So, John Wick Chapter 4. What's it about? Man, my boy John, he's been on the run, man. He's sick of his life. He just wants to get out, man. They killed his dog. Everybody doesn't want to stop bothering him. He's like, man, get me the hell out of here, he says. And so he this movie is basically him trying to basically find his way out, like his final way
out of what?
A way out of what's it called?
The table.
The table. No, well,
table.
yeah, the high table's after him this time. So it's like that's like 5 stars in GTA.
Yeah.
Right. So now he has to make a deal in order to finally settle his debt and move on with his life.
Yeah, the guy just wants to be left alone.
Just wants to be left.
Nobody leaves him alone.
Nobody leaves it alone. Everybody pokes the bear.
Yeah, but everybody wants to kill him. No one. This is the boogeyman, the man who can't be killed. I mean, literally, somebody says in this movie, "Why won't you just die already?" Like how you? What is it? What did he say? The fat guy? I don't know.
Yeah, he said that. He said, "Why won't you just die?
Why won't you just die?" Like he literally can't be killed.
Mm-hmm.
He is the man. But yeah, great movie. Mm-hmm. Overall thoughts before we go into spoilers. Anyone?
Overall thoughts. This, like I said, this might be the best action movie I've ever seen. This probably, we'll see as the year goes on, will probably be my favorite movie of the year. But this movie is definitely go out to the movie theater, watch it, have a good time. A lot of action. You're not going to be disappointed. And it pays off everything from the previous 3 movies.
It does. Yes, it does. Big time. I'd say this is a theater movie.
This is a theater movie. Yeah. I would also say that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great. It's another chapter of the John Wick saga. Mm-hmm. They're all just like action. Like if you just want action in your movie, you just want to see some fight scenes and some people get beat up, like what you expect from John Wick. You get that in this movie. I think that's to be expected. The story on this movie was better. Because I feel like the other movies, maybe some of the movies, I can't remember which one, lack in story. It's just kind of like everybody's after John Wick. Maybe it's in the second one.
No.
When they sent everybody after him.
Third one.
Oh, the third one.
Yeah.
In the third one, they literally just sent everybody after him. And there's not much of a story. He's just kind of like, trying not to be killed. But on this one, I felt like the story was more compelling.
Yeah. It's very complex. There's a lot of characters in this.
Yes, there is actually.
Yeah, and I was worried about that.
A great villain.
Yeah.
What's his name?
The Marquis.
Are we in spoilers?
No,
the actor's name.
Oh, Skarsgård. Skarsgård.
Bill
Skarsgård. Yeah, he plays Pennywise.
That guy knows how to play a villain.
He does.
And I think he again killed it with this. He did great. I would say though, one criticism before we get into spoilers. The action, I was a little disappointed. I feel like some of the other movies had probably better action than this one.
Yeah, I was saying I think 3 is crazier than 4.
Mm.
Like in terms of action. 3's a little more creative, a little more crazier. You know, they had the bike chase, they had the horse, they had all that stuff. But this 4 has the best story out of all of them, I think. I mean, 1 is like where it all starts, and it's really like a simple movie. But 4 like ties it all up in a nice little bow. So
yeah,
it's really good.
Okay.
All right, we're good. Let's go into spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler ahead.
All right.
You did that for nothing. I'm not doing that.
I am.
Drink it. Okay, great. So John Wick. That's my bad.
It's closed. It's closed.
It's not.
It is closed.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, I'm not taking this out. So John Wick. I mean, what do we think about the overall? Full spoilers. What's the best part of the movie? What's the worst part of the movie?
You go first. Yeah, you go first.
Okay, I can go first real quick. I'll make this quick. I think the worst, I guess the most disappointed, like I said, was the action. I felt like some of the action scenes were a little slow. I could see, there was a couple parts where I could see him like not really choking the guy, or some of the hits not really hitting. And I could see the choreography a lot.
Yeah, you
on
can
this.
see the choreography.
I was so hyped for the scene between Kane, the blind guy, and the manager of that hotel when they walk in there, when the Marquis walks in there, and they're like, you know, we think John Wick is in here. We gotta search your place. And he's like, no.
The in Tokyo or wherever they are.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're at.
Yeah, in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
And they're about to it's about to go down, and they hype it up, and then it kind of let me down a little bit. I feel like they could have gone crazier with the fight scenes. So that's my one criticism. My positive on this is that the story was the best one probably of all the John Wicks. I like the whole thing of him like he wants to kill the person, you know, the Bill Skarsgård or whatever his name is, the Marquis, the main guy, and they're like, well, if you just kill him, they're just gonna replace him. You have to do it the right way with the whole fight. What is it? Duel.
A duel.
The duel at the end.
The old
and
ways.
So he has to join the family first, and so he has to go and kill somebody to join that family to be able to challenge him. Mm-hmm. And then that whole thing all the way up to the end. I don't want to make this my
There's
part.
a lot of like interesting themes and parallels and like, how do you put it? Like things that like kind of intertwine in a way.
Yeah.
Like I think one of my favorite characters in the movie is Mr. Nobody, the other guy. He to me is the opposite of John Wick. He has a dog that's helping him.
No one knows him.
And no one knows.
It's exactly the opposite.
Yeah, exactly the opposite.
Everybody knows.
Nobody knows who he is. They don't even know his name. Everybody knows John Wick. John Wick has no dog. Well, now he does, but it's not helping him. And he, you know, they're just equally like they can fight, and they're really really creative in their fights and stuff. I say my favorite part is like near the final where he's trying to get to the church. Mm-hmm. And the camera goes above him, and it looks like a video. It looks like a video game, like a turning thing, and he's shooting the incendiary rounds. Yeah. Oh my! I was like,
dude, I was thinking of you guys when that scene happened, and the way it just pulled out of him, and it just followed him from the top, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, this is crazy, man.
That is how you do it.
It's probably one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Yeah, probably one of the most creative scenes in John Wick.
Yeah,
you know, and the way it was done, it's one take too.
It's one take. It's like two.
I can't wait to see the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I wanna see the behind the scenes. Oh, but you're right. There's two parts to it. First, the camera goes up, and then it comes back down, and then there's more cuts, and then it goes back up.
It goes back up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's two parts. Yeah. When it goes back up, it's all one take. Mm-hmm. And like, I want to see the behind the scenes for that. That goes hard.
I really like that you can feel how exhausted he gets. You know, even though sometimes like he gets up and he's still going, which I would think, you know. But there's parts where he's just like, like the fight's over and you feel it with him. You're like, damn, that took a lot, you know, to kill. Like the people at the beginning are the people at the end of the third one where they're like super hard to kill. They're like armored. Mm-hmm. But they put them at the beginning because that kind of symbolizes they're inferior to what's coming now, with the ideas they have and stuff like that. There's a lot of interesting, cool ideas and stuff, like the doorbell thing with Kane.
Yeah.
The doorbells. Freaking... I forgot the other guy's name. The fat dude.
Oh, yeah. I don't know his name.
Oh, no.
I kind of missed the whole part.
Oh, yeah, because there's a server in front of you.
Yeah, we went to a theater where they serve food, and so I guess there were a couple parts that I missed because we were talking to a server. Well, Jeff, you go first. You haven't said your best and worst.
I would say I can't think of much of negatives, to be honest, about this movie, but yeah, like you said, I really enjoyed. That was probably my favorite scene when it goes up and it does the whole one shot. I really enjoy that. The movie starts. It builds from the last three. John Wick is pissed. They set it up from the beginning. He wants to kill the people at the high table, but I did like how they switched it up. They're like, no. There's rules, even though this feels like a fantasy world, and it kind of is. Like, you have a blind man. By the way, he's playing pretty much the character from Star Wars.
Yeah, he's playing that same character.
The same character that he played in Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah.
But
Donnie Yen.
I like how they do that. Like no, we're not savage. It's funny. Like, we kill people, but we're not savages. There's a freaking fruit fly here. They're like, we're not savages. There's rules and there's a structure to this, like, assassin's world. So, like, you can duel. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It felt silly at the moment. In the moment, like, a duel. Like, what is this? But when it's done right, they did it right. This becomes like the thing that now he has to get to the church, and he has to go on a side quest at one point to get the family approval. Like, it was cool, and even the whole duel, it was so intense, bro.
It was so intense.
Yes,
you're right.
Very intense.
Yeah, it was intense, and I did not see it coming how it ended, because honestly, I was like, when he was like, "Those who cling to death live," or whatever. I thought that was like code for them to be like, "Screw the high table, we're gonna kill them, or kill the Marquis." But no, I did not see it coming that he didn't shoot. He pulled a freaking Hamilton. He didn't shoot.
Yeah, I was telling you in the theater, it's Hamilton.
Yeah, he's Hamilton.
Yeah, he pulled a Hamilton, and he was like, it's like he knew that this guy is so arrogant that he was gonna do that. Like, John Wick was playing chess, bro.
Yeah,
so it worked out great. I love the ending, how it finished, and I don't know if you guys knew that he was gonna die. I thought that he was just hurt really bad.
Yeah, me too.
He just passed out. So in that moment when they showed us the tombstone, I was like taken aback. I was like, oh my god, they killed John Wick. Like, it's over. Like,
yeah.
No, that's interesting. I was gonna talk about something else, but since we're on the topic of his death, he dies. He dies in this movie, final chapter of John Wick.
I don't know if that's true. They would have called it John Wick Final Chapter.
No, because that's a spoiler.
No.
I didn't know overall. Like, I was like, he could die in this movie, but at the same time, they could milk it and do another one.
Yeah.
That's
but when,
the thing. Yeah.
When it happened, at first he was on the floor and then he got up and I was like, okay, I guess he's fine, you know.
Yeah.
But then Winston looked at his wound and he's like, yeah, I'll take you home. And then he sat down. I was a little emotional. I was like, damn, I felt like I was on a ride with this guy. He's been through a lot. You feel it. You feel like he's been through a lot. And he says that line. He's like, loving husband. I want you to put that on my tombstone. And it pays off because his wife has loving wife.
Loving wife, yeah.
On her tombstone. There's a lot of things that are written like subtle but very well. Like Kane. He's not just doing this. He has a daughter that he cares about, and she gets threatened. So, it makes us care about him in the final duel and things like things he does and stuff. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's good writing. There's good writing in this movie a lot.
I really enjoy Kane, the character. I like how they set up a possible spin-off where the daughter of the other guy that died is probably gonna go after him.
Akira, yeah.
Akira, yeah.
So,
they probably
Jeff, did you stay for the after credit scene? Did you
There was an
know?
after credit scene?
Did you
Yeah,
know
there was
about
there was
that?
a final like a after
No.
credit.
There's an after credit scene.
No way.
Yeah, we
Really?
looked it up. We weren't sure, and then we looked it up, and apparently there was one, and so we stayed, and there is one. There's an
What
after
is it?
credit scene. Should we say it now? Or should we?
Yeah, that's fine.
So that is exactly what you're just saying. The after credit scene is Kane is going to see his daughter. You know, she's playing the violin again, and he's walking through a
Yeah.
crowd, and he's happy, and then suddenly you see somebody coming towards him with a hoodie. Turns out it's her, the girl, the daughter. And as she's walking towards him, she pulls out a knife and she pops it out, and then he cuts to black. So like she's about to like stab him right there in front of everybody.
Oh wow. Yeah,
So that-
I
that's-
need like. Yeah, the way they set it up, I was like, okay, this is probably because I've also heard that they're gonna make a spin-off of the Continental. I guess.
Oh, like
the
a
origins.
show or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I heard about
They
that.
should.
Yeah, so I guess.
But I think there's too many like open avenues or
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
don't know.
definitely want to expand. On
Yeah, they're not gonna
that
stop.
world.
At least in the universe. Maybe maybe the John Wick movies are over. Although I don't believe that for a second. I don't think so.
No, they're over.
No,
That's
They're
it.
done.
Money down. It's over, Chief.
And you gotta respect that because this would probably be the one that makes the most money, but they're like, nah, we're done
call
telling
me
stories.
call me a cynical. Call me
Cynic?
negative. I don't know. Call me whatever you want.
I thought you were gonna say
Just-
something else.
I'll call you
Just
Daryl.
don't call me late for dinner. That was lame. So,
Oh
but okay, but hold on.
Gosh.
But call me whatever you want. But I just seen too many movies to believe that John Wick is really dead. I don't think so.
Maybe
I don't think he's
maybe
dead.
they're better than you think, Daryl. They're
I
better
hope.
people.
Listen, this is the case where you're like, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't believe for a second that he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna milk it. They have to. They're a company.
Be-
They're a production.
but well, here's the thing too, and I was also thinking this as I'm watching the movie because I'm like, okay, he's gonna win finally, and he's free.
Mhm.
So where else do you go? Like that high table, they
He
even
could-
say it. There's
he could-
nothing above the table. Like the table and everything else is down.
Yeah,
I think
you've
it
done
could-
you've done the biggest threat.
I think it
Basically.
could probably just be like a
you fought
cameo.
Thanos.
Like
Yeah.
a cameo. I mean, we were talking about it last night as we was getting out. Like, the thing that they could do, and this is what I think could happen, this is my prediction. I think they're going to take Mr. Nobody. I think I said it, or maybe somebody else said it before me. They're going to take Mr. Nobody, and since he doesn't have a name, he could literally take the John Wick name. He could be John Wick. Because he has no
Nah,
name. No
That
one
makes
knows.
no sense.
They, but why wouldn't they give him a name? I think
That's
it's
the
perfect.
mystery. The
No,
movie would be
that's-
called
But
Mr. Nobody.
Okay, I get it. But my theory.
But there's actually a Mr. Nobody movie. That's
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I know there's a Mr. Nobody
Oh, I
movie.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, I see Mr. Nobody. It was on Netflix. Jared Leto is in it.
Oh wait, we all saw it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't action though.
No. It's like it's a weird movie. But
No,
yeah,
no,
but-
no, not that one. There's another one that's actually the writer of John Wick wrote that one.
What?
Oh.
Interesting.
Look it up. Look it up.
What?
But anyway, my theory. I'm not saying that this is it. My theory is the reason he doesn't have a name is because he's gonna take the John Wick name. Cause you say he's perfect. He's the opposite of him. He's, he can fight like John Wick.
So why would he be?
But he has a dog, and no one knows him. No one knows who
I would
he
hate
is.
that. I would hate that.
That's my theory. I feel like that's what they're doing. They didn't give him a name, Mr. Nobody, right? Oh, no one knows his name. John Wick is dead. Or maybe people will start calling him the new John Wick.
No, I just think that's like a trope. Like you remember in Fast and Furious, where the guy that was giving them the cars, he was like nobody. That was literally his
Oh,
name,
Miss.
Mr. Nobody.
Yeah. Kurt Russell's character.
Yeah. He was Mr. Nobody.
Uh huh.
It's like a trope that they use. And
But they
I
made
think
it.
it's cool.
They made it interesting in this one.
I'm sure. But we were saying, like, I would watch a movie with him. With Mr.
I
Nobody.
would. Yeah.
I would watch a
absolutely.
movie with him, or with Ip Man. Like that guy's freaking amazing, bro. Like
Anything he's in.
I was
He's
so
awesome.
hyped.
Anything
Who?
he's in.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen, who plays Kane.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
blind man. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the guy from the Ip Man movies.
Yeah, I haven't shown you those movies. There's art. Those are art movies. No, him. Yeah, and all that. So I was a little like, I was thinking it was getting a little slow at the beginning with the whole
Really?
Continental in Tokyo, but I was hyped when they started being like they showed John Wick was there, like he was hiding there. I was like, oh no, they're bringing it here. No, it's gonna. By the way, these movies love neon lights.
Oh,
am I telling you?
Can we talk real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the picture.
Oh yeah,
we have behind.
Look at all these neon lights.
Yeah.
Look at this one.
Yeah. Well, that's not neon. But can we talk real quick? R.I.P. to that actor.
Yes.
That happens at the beginning. The actor that plays the concierge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He passed away not
Lance
too long ago.
Reddick.
Lance Reddick.
Lance Reddick.
He passed
R.I.P.
away not too long ago.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
no, literally
I saw
like
that in the
a couple of days ago.
Yeah, very recent. And then he poetically, I don't know. His character also gets killed in the movie, like towards the beginning.
Yeah.
What a shock! And like everybody is sad. They did it with respect too. Like he died, but then
He had final words.
Yeah, he had final words, and then John Wick was like he was a good man, and then the guy is like, yeah, he was. Like that wasn't his employee. He was like friend.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what he put on his tombstone.
Yeah, friend.
Yeah.
That's like so much respect for him, and I'm glad his character went out that way. And then sadly we just lost him.
We just lost the good one. Yep.
Yeah.
Great actor.
No, that was crazy
Great
how
voice
it
actor.
happened in real life too.
Mhm.
Yeah, but dude, usually sometimes it will be lame the way they introduce characters in movies. Like when you look at the Suicide Squad, like, it was so lame what they did in the first movie. But I like every introduction they did in this movie. Like the owner of the hotel in Japan and how he has a daughter. And how they set it up to tell you that that's his daughter throughout through the conversation.
Oh yeah, because he didn't say it.
Bro.
She's
Yeah,
like,
he's like, tell my daughter I look forward to.
oh no,
And you see her smile, and that's when you know, bro.
Yeah.
it's her.
She's like, remember you still have a dinner with your daughter at this time.
The boys say that so people don't know that they're related. Maybe.
That's interesting. No, these movies, all four of these movies have interesting characters. I'd say like the first one has the least interesting characters because they're just typical bad guys.
Yeah.
But like they start building on this world, this lore that they created with this character, and it's all this stuff around them is interesting. Like even though it's a little high strung sometimes, it's like this person knows this person and this person. It like all these people are complex, and they look interesting, and they're like a blind guy, a Mr. Nobody, a fat dude who can fight, John Wick, and like I love that guy. By the way, that's Scott Adkins. He's also a martial artist. He does like just martial art movies. But I thought it was cool because they put him in a fat suit, and he was fighting John Wick. I was like, that's dope.
That movie was.
Oh, he looks nothing like the character.
Nothing at all.
No,
that was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, and that whole scene again. That was one of the scenes I missed a little bit when they were playing cards.
So, Jeff,
Jeff,
the server was in front of Dario like, hi, so
Yeah.
we're gonna charge you this much, and then Dario's like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and I'm over here like looking behind her, watching that scene. I like that scene, man. The card game.
Yes.
Love it. It was awesome.
So,
I wish you could see it.
He's like,
Yeah, I watched it from there.
yeah, he's like, you want to kill him, you want to
Yes.
kill him, you want to kill me.
Yeah, and then he's like, we gotta serve the real
The
conundrum.
real conundrum. Yeah.
That was funny.
It's great.
And
yeah.
that's what I missed. That I also missed that Kane was supposed to fight for him, for the bad guy. He was gonna do the duel instead of the bad guy. That was the deal they made.
Oh yeah. Cause he's like, I nominate Kane, and this and that, and then we're just like, man, he even said it. He's like, I ain't doing that. Fight your own fight.
Yeah.
He's like, if you wanna see your daughter to survive, you're gonna fight for me. Conflict.
Dang.
Awesome.
Which, in the end, ended up biting him in the butt because Kane helped him get there. Because from Kane's perspective, he wants the duel to happen.
Yeah.
Because that's how he's gonna get out. And obviously this guy didn't want the duel to happen. Try to get John Wick killed before he gets there. But then him having Kane work for him just bit him in the ass because Kane was the one who helped him up.
I have a runner-up for like my favorite scene. The scene where that circle
The cars.
plaza sort of, I forget what it's really called in real life, but it's that big building and the cars are all going in a circle.
The Eiffel Tower War?
No. No. It's another landmark in Paris.
Okay.
But you remember like that huge traffic scene?
Yeah.
They're fighting in the middle of traffic, and I was
Yes,
losing it. I was like,
dude.
this is sick.
They're like, that's when I was watching that scene. I'm like, I can see the producer saying like, where else can we put John Wick fighting?
Yeah.
That's exciting. You
Yeah.
know, like what situation or environment can we put him in?
Mm-hmm.
And someone's just like,
Traffic.
how about traffic?
Put him on I-4.
Like in the middle of just incoming cars.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you said this was probably the action that you were least impressed with.
The movie, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Especially just the beginning
To
of the
me-
movie.
Yeah, towards the
To me,
beginning.
it's like the opposite, bro. Like, because I literally binged all the 3 movies this week, and then I watched this movie, and I'm still giggling. Like I was telling George, every time I see John Wick, like throwing a gun, or
That's how
I
you do
love
it.
the bits where they stop to reload.
Yeah.
He shoots them. I love that. Bro.
Yeah.
Or him just like running, like this is probably maybe it's because I was watching it in the movie theater now because I watched the other ones.
I was
on
gonna
TV.
say maybe it's because you watched it in a movie theater, yeah.
So maybe that has to do with that. But they also did new stuff, like we said, like the one shot over the thing, the traffic scene.
Yeah.
It's just I think it's because the jump from 2 to 3 feels bigger, like in terms of a scope of an action scene, because there's a lot of this movie where he's doing the thing he usually does, where he goes through, shoots heads, shoots people and stuff, and it kind of gets to a point where you're like, okay, like there's 3 movies of him doing this.
Yeah.
So it feels not super stale, but like stale in a way.
Honestly.
And I know they try to like change it up by using
Yeah.
like nunchucks and axes and stuff, but it's like
I was thinking that when they were in that fighting, where they were like falling through the glass, where they fall through the glass and he has the nunchuck, and then at the end Kane comes in and he fights Kane. That scene at the beginning, I was like, we've seen this before. And
it's literally the end of the third one.
Yeah, it's the end of the third one where they keep like falling through the glass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they keep like breaking out the glass on the third one, and there's like that cool scene.
I think it probably just went on too long.
Yeah, that could be too.
Yeah.
It went on a little too long, and then I was
probably.
like, this feels. I've seen this before in a John Wick
and
movie.
then the part with him, like when they first meet Kane and him, that was interesting. Apart from like the beginning where he fights all these armored people falling through his glass.
I guess I was hoping that Kane and the manager, what's his name? Oh, the Tokyo manager, the hotel.
It was Shimazu.
Okay,
Shimazu.
Shimazu.
I was hoping
Shimazu.
that Kane and Shimazu were gonna go crazy and do some crazy martial arts fight, bro. I was waiting for that. I guess that's also like I was like, ugh. And they barely fought then. They had a fight scene later on where he kills him, but even that one kind of. I was
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I thought they only fought in. When did they?
When they killed him, when Kane killed
They
him.
fought that one time. They only fought that.
Yeah,
one
they only
time.
fought that one time.
Oh, they only fought. See,
Nah, damn.
they only fought that one time. And
no.
it wasn't even that great.
I like there's a part in that fight where he's like, John, are you dead? And he's just
funny.
like,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
That was very funny. He's like,
Are you dead? And he's like he looks for his gun and stuff, and he's like,
that's really good. Like the fact that he's blind, I like that. I
yeah, they
actually
play
like
off that. They
Yeah,
really do.
and when he finds it, yo, our theory. Sorry, real quick. Our theater when he gets to the top and then he
Oh!
falls and then he goes
Every-
all the way
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Everybody was
Everyone was
like,
like,
no.
no.
Dude, my theater, the same thing. Because it was like 5 minutes of trying to go up. To
Yes.
just then fall back. And people were laughing because he
Yes.
kept falling.
Yeah.
Bro, people were laughing
I
at
was
that
like,
part.
I
too.
don't think this is supposed to be funny.
Yeah. No, people. I think it is because people were laughing at our theater
Yeah,
too.
it's a little funny. He just
And then he
kept going.
stops, and then he falls again, and then he just rolls. Yo, the stuntman who took that fall, congrats, bro. Like,
Why is there not Oscars for stunts, bro?
Seriously.
Because this movie, W.
Bro,
Big time.
is there not like a stunt award?
No,
Dude.
there's gotta be awards for stunts,
There's
but not
gotta
like
be.
an Oscar.
Not like an Oscar, but these people are so underrated, bro. Like,
Chilling, they're dead,
Bro.
They probably died.
that guy
making this movie.
whoever took that fall, because probably there's no way that was Keanu Reeves, but whoever took that fall down those stairs, bro, that was hilarious, and that's for real too. You can tell
that's
that.
real. That's real. Absolutely.
And that's a real stairs too. That's
Yeah.
there's no way they made that. Like that's an actual.
That reminds me, that other guy that just wouldn't die. He's like the right hand man of the Marquis. He's a Spanish dude.
Yeah.
He every time he showed up, I'd be like, just kill this
Yeah,
guy.
he
has the same suit, and
Well,
he keeps shooting at him.
He's like
and stuff.
John Wick, because John Wick gets hit by a car, he gets hit by a car, and he's still like good, bro. This one I feel like has to be the one that you have to suspend your disbelief more than anything for John Wick. He jumps out of
There's a blind man. There's Daredevil. You have to suspend.
Yeah,
disbelief.
well that and also just like John Wick not dying. Like he jumped out of a 4-story
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
building.
Oh, that boom boom. He
all the way
just
to the ground.
Ooh.
Well, I think they established that from the third movie when he survived getting shot and then falling from the building
That's true.
at the end. That's when I was like, oh, okay, it's this type of universe. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Well, like obviously,
And it really only happens to him, which is kind of good.
Yeah.
Because that's his whole thing. It's
Yeah.
like people are like, this guy don't die.
don't die.
You don't.
But
Like,
the other thing I would say that I did like is that the goons, I call them, the people that John just kills, they felt harder to kill. Like it
This
was more
one?
difficult for him to kill people in this one,
yeah.
especially because they
that's
had
what he did.
that whole like
All the armor and stuff.
the armor.
Yeah,
He had a more difficult time.
I
killing
like
people.
that. It's like
Yeah.
it's like he's fighting him because all these. Not only do you have the ones that have that full armor thing in Japan or Tokyo, there's people that have his suit,
Yes,
right? They're all
yes.
going like this with the little
Yeah.
thing. That's cool.
I like how they didn't set that up. But if you haven't watched any of the other movies, I'm sure people they're like, "What's going on? Why is he doing that?
Yeah,
and how come is he not getting hurt?" Like they literally didn't explain the suit. I thought they might explain it a little bit for people.
My mom was probably lost.
Yeah. She hasn't seen any.
She has. She
But
just
she probably doesn't remember that.
Doesn't remember.
Yeah, for
that.
people that don't remember that he gets like a bullet suit.
Yeah.
The guy says it like he's like full Kevlar from front to back. You know that whole thing.
He says it.
The guy who gives him this, I forgot, the Bowery King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florence Fishburne's
The
character.
king.
The King. He's
Yeah.
cool. He's very dramatic in this.
I love his character.
No,
He's
always,
great.
He's always like that.
Yeah, he's always good. He's always good.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
that guy.
Hey, hell, the king.
Yeah. I just wanted to point out this quick moment when Kane was first introduced and he went to fight for the first time. And I laughed because there's a sequence. It's like Ip Man, where he goes up and he starts punching like the guy.
Oh, like,
through, like
yeah.
20 punches, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, bro.
Oh, they put that in there. He does that a lot in
Oh, really?
his Ip Man movies. Because
Yeah,
he knows
dude.
Wing Chun, so like, that's how you fight.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like,
Yeah.
That whole thing.
I laughed, bro. I laughed so hard, bro.
That was
Like,
great.
Yeah.
He has to, bro. He has
This
to
is
do
awesome.
it. This is awesome.
Bro,
Bro.
literally the whole time, bro, I was like, "Oh my god!" Or like, because I'm a sucker for that. Like the way when they're sitting at the table, and the way the camera's just there, like, and you see, just it's all very high. What's the word? Like symmetry?
Symmetrical.
It's just symmetrical. It's just so clean looking, bro.
Mhm.
I was like,
Yeah,
and
there's
then
a
watching it on the
couple
big
shots.
screen.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
couple
when you're
shots
watching all that.
that they're like, right? Like every time
yeah.
it goes to the marquee,
Yes.
he's in like this fancy building.
Yeah, this fancy
Bro.
huge shot. Like you can see the whole building, and oh my, those shots were beautiful.
The drip on this man.
the drip. The drip.
Son,
bro.
this man wore the best suits. Like he was always looking clean.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody's
but yeah,
How
dude,
the
the
hell
shot.
is
This
everybody's
Like,
fancy.
I like-
dapper.
I
Sorry,
also
go
like the shot. You remember the shot where like, it felt long too, like where they were just following the guy walking through the hallway.
Oh, you mean what's his name?
Winston.
Winston. Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
the
When he
camera
when,
was
he,
following Winston.
when he makes the deal and
And
then
it,
he walks
like
away.
they call that an extreme wide,
Yeah.
where
dude.
he's in this art
Bro,
gallery.
that was clean. That was clean, bro.
There was
Very
one
good.
shot, yeah, when he's walking towards the hallway there's this huge shot that is just following him. He's like in the corner of the screen.
Yeah,
and he's
barely.
like perfectly though. It looks like he's not
Dude.
moving, but he's like the camera and him are walking at the same
Yeah.
speed. Bro, crazy.
What's
Good
that
stuff.
called? What's that called?
It's just an extreme wide where you
An
can see the
extreme
whole
wide.
room and
Yeah.
him.
That was so clean, bro.
Yeah.
Good
Oh my
stuff,
gosh,
man.
Yeah.
There's some good cinematography.
No, there is, and I can tell also like there's this shot when he goes to make the deal, and it starts like above John Wick, and then the camera lowers down as he walks, and he's like perfectly like, you know what I mean? Like the camera is like right above his head, and then he's walking, right, and the camera like does that pan like this and pans down, and then you can see the as it comes down behind John Wick, you can see the table and everything. Like it was so symmetrical.
Oh, like, when they're playing the card thing.
I think it was when he was walking to make the deal.
Yeah, like they're that part of the metal card. Yeah,
To make the duel. Yeah.
That's cool too.
There's some shots like that one when he's walking, when Kane first comes in. I think that's the shot when he walks in.
Some good stuff, man.
Those like $1 million.
Jeff, what do you real quick? What do you think about the music of this franchise? Yeah.
There's some really good moments, especially with the action. I really love it stayed in my mind when we first meet Kane, and you hear that ding ding ding. It's like they call it a music toy music box or something, like it's like a piano. It's like a toy piano, and then mixed with the violin, and then it cuts into something else.
Yeah.
Like there were moments where I was like, oh, this sounds really nice.
Dang, man, I gotta listen to the soundtrack. It's really good. There's a lot of really good moments.
It's when we first meet Kane and he's watching his daughter play the violin. It was a nice little, musical moment.
Yeah, he had a lot of cool moments. Like he just looks dope.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Just
like when he's just eating, like everybody's fighting, and he's just eating, and
he's in the silhouette. Yeah.
Like do what we're paying you to do, and he just puts the plate down, and he's like,
bro.
He's cool. He's a cool guy. Yeah. Definitely. No, this world,
yeah.
They go all out for everything, and I really appreciate that they care. They don't just like get lazy and be like, oh, they'll come to see these movies no matter what. No, they care. Yeah. They care about this, But
yeah, I mean, like I said, I do respect that they're like, oh, we're gonna kill the main character, supposedly. We don't know.
We don't know.
Mad respect if they do. If they just end it right here, this was it. Like, because in a way, John Wick finally got, in a poetic type way.
Yeah.
He's in the afterlife.
It was a win-win-win.
Wife.
It was a win-win-win-win. Like everybody won.
Yeah, I was gonna say the reason I believe it more so is because he went out on his terms. Like John Wick died because he wanted to. So and then that's real freedom. Maybe even if he didn't die, they probably would come back to poke the bear again,
Yeah, like if he got away, you mean?
Yeah, like if he won the duel, and then they're like, all right, you're free.
Yeah.
Eventually, they'd come back and bother him again.
Yeah, that's why I think he just faked his death, because he knows. Because who said like for a man like you, the only freedom is death. Like that's the only way you're gonna find freedom is death. So what does he do? He faked his death. He dies. No, he fakes his death.
He legit dies.
No. You just gave the answer. And also, remember, there's a line where Marquise was like, he's talking about Kane. He's like, this man has something to live for, something to die for, something to kill for. That's why I want him.
Yeah, John Wick has none of them.
None of those.
John Wick has nothing to live for, so he can just die. Like, literally, he can just die and, be in the afterlife with his wife.
Listen, I hope that's true, but I'm saying, like, also, from a different point of view, he knows that just by, like, them saying, you can get out, he's never going to really be out. The only way he can really get out is to fake his death, so everybody really thinks he's dead, and then he can just go somewhere and hide and actually be free. Like, that's the only way he can actually be free is by dying.
You're
That's
right.
the point.
Dying.
Yes, dying for real, but also dying. Making everybody think that he's dead.
You might be right, too, because
I don't want to be.
There's a line.
I feel like you want to
There's a line.
Put money there.
There's a line where he was like, when everything was over, John Wick was like, to Winston, he was like, can you take me home? And Winston was like, yeah. And then he went down the steps and sat down. So there is a chance that maybe Winston is just hiding him somewhere.
So here's another clue as well.
You want to be right, man.
I'm just saying, like, there's no way.
Want to be right?
I'm I just think that I am. I don't think that I want to be. No. But here's another clue that he's alive. At the end, they who has Winston goes to his grave, right, with somebody. Who does he go?
The Bowery
with the king.
Yeah.
Oh, with the king. Yeah, and then he says like, "What do you think? You think he's in heaven or in hell?" He says, "I don't know." I think he's really saying like, he's alive. I actually don't know where he is. Like he knows. Winston would know. I think Winston knows that he's alive. So when he asks him like, "Where do you think he is?" He's like just saying like, "I don't know where he is because he's alive, but I just don't know where he went."
I have a separate thought.
I'm gonna make it a video essay.
Hey, go ahead.
John Wick's still alive.
But actually make it though.
Oh, true.
Oh, word.
Oh, word? Okay. All right, that hurt.
I have a separate thought. Is Winston his dad? Because at the end he says, "Goodbye, my son." And I know that's like a small...
that's just what old people say. Like,
I know. That's what I was thinking, but I'm like, what if that was his dad the whole time, and he just had that weird relationship where it's like he calls him Winston instead of
Well, he
dad.
did try to kill him, so
that's true.
That'd be weird.
That would be weird.
He did shot him.
He has an abusive father.
He did shoot him.
That wouldn't.
He did shoot him.
It's not. I mean, it's not impossible.
He shot at him.
Directly. At him.
Don't worry, son. I know you wouldn't die, even though I shot you. You fell off a freaking the building.
My bad, son.
I knew. Yeah, my bad. That's my fault.
Winston was like, my fault. My bad.
So
that's on me.
Yeah, look out for that video. I gotta watch the movie again and get footage, and I'll make a video.
Yeah.
John Wick, is he really dead?
Yes.
Somebody's making that video right now.
They made it already.
Yeah, it's out.
It's out.
You know one thing I found interesting, and just throughout watching all these movies, to me it was kind of hilarious that this is a universe where, like, almost like 1 out of 3 people is an assassin that carries around this little phone. That tells you when there's a bounty.
Seriously, bro.
Like, it was almost comical.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just works. It kind of works. Like,
That kind of bothered me a little bit. I can't remember if it was in the second one or
in the third one.
It's in the
when
second
it's like
one. The third one.
The third one. Everyone's in on it. Like, everyone knows about this thing. Even the homeless people. He goes to a homeless person and he's in on it. And, like, he walks on the street. There's always somebody walking around that, is out to get
the freaking taxi driver.
The taxi driver.
That's
a little too big.
Police in the beginning of like the first 2 movies. Remember Jimmy?
Yes.
Yeah. He's like, "You working again, John?"
Yeah.
No, not that knows him, but that some people that would be an assassin carrying around a phone.
Oh right. Yeah.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was half hoping that John Wick would just take down the whole table. I think the whole thing just needs to calm down because everybody hates it. Like, everybody, like, people who haven't been to trouble, they're like, yeah, nobody's above the table, whatever. But they've done some people wrong. Like, the king just did him wrong. Winston wasn't his fault, did him wrong, freaking blew up his building, didn't kill him just out of spite, like, just kept him alive.
Yeah.
Like, there's some people that have been wrong by the table, and they're like, the Russian girl. They killed his dad. They said the Russian girl who had John Wick.
Yeah.
By the thing, but she almost freaking home.
She became his crest.
Yeah. She was like, you killed my dad, and then I was forced to. No, they killed my dad, and I was forced to like bow to them anyway.
Oh yeah.
So like. They all hate the table. They live under it. But like, I bet you like a lot of people. Oh, the woman from the last movie, from the ballerina girl. They've done so many people wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody hates it. So they're like, they're done with it.
Hey man, it pays good.
So I'm saying like, I wish John Wick would have gone for the table. To take everything down.
To push back, I think it's just because it's mainly just about him.
Yeah.
And like not even in a selfish way, but just like this is his story.
Yeah.
And mainly he also did like kill off the worst of them. Yeah. The worst of the table, which is the Marquis, basically.
Yeah.
So from there
like,
it can grow to something
If anybody can do it, it was him. You know what I mean?
He's like, nah.
Like people keep saying like, "Oh, John, this no one can do that, not even you," and then he goes and does it. You know, like nobody can kill that person, not even you, John Wick. And then he goes and does it.
Yeah.
Like, who else could take down the table?
They also make it a point that they would just replace him.
Right.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Just actually take down the table. Like,
yeah, they would just replace
the
table.
No. Break down the whole system is what I'm talking about.
How do you do that?
You kill the high people.
They would just replace them.
Who would replace them? I'm
The
talking
people.
about kill the people who would replace the people.
So kill Mr. Krabs? By the way, Mr. Krabs is in this movie.
Oh, that's who that is.
Yeah. They do. Oh, you were wondering who that was?
I knew him.
Yeah. He's a good actor.
Well, here's
guy.
the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can extend the universe now, and somebody can come along that will take down the whole system. But in a way, I kind of like that there's a system because it makes this universe different. It almost reminds me of Kingsman. Like there's this whole thing, there's structure.
There's a foundation.
Their thing is, well, we're not animals. There has to be rules.
Mm-hmm. There has to be rules.
We gotta have the.
But
there
I
has
feel
to
like
be these duels and stuff.
the way they do it, I feel like they can be more flexible with the rules. I think that's what it is. Like for example, when they cut the king, like that was unjust. That was uncalled for. I feel like, but I'm saying like maybe
technically he was against the rules because he used to be a part of the Continental stuff, and then he helped John Wick, and then he's like,
I can't remember
7
exactly.
days you held John Wick, 7 slices.
Yeah, I can't remember, but he was like, "There's not a rule. Like, the rules in getting helping your friends or something." It was I can't remember, but it was something that I don't think he deserved it. I remember thinking that.
Mm.
But I'm saying maybe the last movie, maybe Mr. Nobody, like that can be the
That'd be
end.
cool.
That can be the end. Like take down the table.
Just one movie with Mr. Nobody taking down the whole table.
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
That's what I want to see.
I'd
Like
watch
if this ends anytime, like if there's ever a last John Wick movie universe, he has to be take down the whole table.
Mm.
That's my opinion. I want to see it. That's what I want to see. If
You
they
just
were
wanna-
to ask me like, what do you want to see in a John Wick movie? I want to see somebody take down the freaking table.
Yeah. What do you think?
It won't be John Wick. It won't be John Wick.
Yeah, his story's wrapped
His
up.
story's wrapped up, but you know,
wish-
we know movie studios. They don't care about story.
I think.
See, I wanted to stay like this. It's like the Captain America arc in Endgame. Like, that's it. Like, he had his moment. A good ending. Like, if they bring back John Wick, bro, I think I'm gonna be like, really? Like,
Yeah, but guess what? Would you go see it though?
No, I won't.
You would, bro. You would, and that's the point. I'm not saying that that's what I want. By the way, I agree with you guys.
That was good.
I'm saying, movie studios just care about making money. Okay, I'm not saying that this is what I want.
That
I'm
is
saying
pretty cynical of you.
it's the truth.
I mean, that is the truth, but also it could be different with this one. That's why they killed him. You know.
Jeff, I know no one wants it, but if they did it, we would all go and give them our money, and they know that. That's why it's gonna happen.
I don't know.
It's our fault, really. Because we're like, we don't want to see John Wick. His story's wrapped up. Oh, he's in a movie again? I'll go watch it.
I'm sure Keanu Reeves also has a lot of power.
I
and
hope.
a lot of saying.
Maybe,
And I don't think Keanu Reeves would be the guy that would chase the money.
You're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully his contract is ended and he's able to say no.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Maybe that's the beacon of hope. That maybe.
I don't even think it's like a contractual thing. I think they just go to him and they're like, "You want to do another one?" And he'll say yes or no. You know.
Because
sort of
he's 58 years old, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think he has another John Wick in him.
Yeah, I kind of see it in the. I see his age a little bit in some of these. It's little things, but they matter in a big scale in terms of these fight scenes that happen in this fourth movie. There's a lot of like delay in the choreography and things, and I notice it, and I'm like, let it die.
Interesting. That's interesting because I actually appreciate it because I wouldn't want it to be John Wick moving fast and stuff. No, this is an old guy. He's retired, so I appreciate when he's like moving slow and like you see him struggle. Like
I mean, I was gonna say that's also one of my favorite parts is that John Wick is good, but
he's clunky.
You can see, he's clunky,
and
you can see like people hit him back and he gets hurt.
Yeah.
It's not like this invincible force that just can plow through people like no problem.
Right.
Like, He struggles.
The
and that's the point.
the fear is like they're not like, oh, well, like in the first movie he's like, I killed 3 people in a bar with a pencil. But it's like, imagine that fight. Like, I'm sure he got thrown in a wall or something like that.
What?
But they remember the pencil, you know.
The pencil.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was a pencil in this movie.
Yeah, Kane did it.
Yeah. My
No,
boy.
in the second movie.
And
they
in the second
showed
movie.
us him killing someone with a pencil.
Yeah. That's great. That's a durable
Yeah.
pencil.
Anyway, final thoughts on the movie?
I had a lot of fun. I'm, hopefully this is the finale, and I'm glad I endured this journey with my boy Jonathan. Great franchise, and hopefully they do expand on it in like a respectful way. I would watch that, but I had fun. There are letdowns in terms of the action. I still think 3 has the best action, but 4 has the best story. So I give it about an 8 out of 10, maybe an 8.5. I don't know. I gave Creed an 8.5. I'd probably give it an 8. Yeah, that's me. Have fun though. Good stuff. You guys? You?
I was gonna let you go first.
Yeah, I had way too much fun with these movies, especially the 4th one. I think the 4th one is the best one. I also think this is probably the best movie I'll watch this year. And this is probably up there with one of the best action movies out there. I think Keanu Reeves is a freaking great actor, bro. And everybody involved too did great. Yeah, I can't really think of much negatives for this movie. I liked everything. I'm gonna give this movie a 10, bro.
Dang, perfect, huh? Perfect movie.
And also, one more point. This was almost 3 hours.
What?
I didn't feel it at all.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
was
it
almost-
was.
This movie was 2 hours and 49 minutes.
Wow. See, I didn't even know that.
I
did
was-
not feel that long.
I was hoping for it because, and then when they put him on that side quest, I was like, good, longer movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't
Yeah.
mention, by the way, the way he acts as John Wick.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. He's like, man, a few words.
Yeah.
And I love that about the character, bro. And yeah, I hope the character is finished. And I'm excited to see more of the universe with other characters. But yeah,
Right.
I'll give this movie a 10 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. Man, go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it.
Wow.
More neon lights.
More neon lights. Neon light. I would give it I have 2 scores actually. I have a John Wick movie score and then my personal score.
Wait, what is
Like
what does
a
that
John
mean?
Wick, like as a John Wick movie.
Are you trying to be extra?
Yes. As if
That's very bougie of you.
if the action was better, this would be a 10. A 10 for me. Like just the action brings it to a 9 in the John Wick scale.
Yeah, okay.
Like as a John Wick movie, like it's almost its own thing, its own genre. So like as a John Wick movie, a 9. As my personal taste, these movies that are like mostly action are not geared. It's not my favorite type of movie, but even so, I'll still give it an 8. No, yes, an 8. Almost a 7.5, but an 8.
Okay.
But as far as like a John Wick movie, this is almost perfect. I don't see how you can improve. Yeah, the only thing you can improve on this is the action at the beginning. I think it was a little slow at the beginning. The action,
He gets more
was
creative
slow.
at the end.
Yeah, it does. It gets better towards the end, and the intensity of the last duel.
Great. Yeah.
Good stuff. But yeah, all right, we made it to the end of the review. Thank you for watching. If you like our reviews, please like and subscribe, and
What's your favorite John Wick movie?
please put in the comments down below.
Let's end this
wrong
video
with-
because Darren looks like he wants to go.
This doesn't
Anyways.
matter. No one's watching at this point.
Thank you for watching and cut.